For sure. Nothing short of taking up residence in your grave would keep you awake long. And I wasn't too sure that would either. Oh, how delightfully fortunate that is. Tonight, we have a story to chill your blood, to freeze the marrow of your bones, and frostbite your brain. A story that has its beginnings in the snowy heights of the Himalayas and its ending in the fog-shrouded streets of London. It's the Werewolf of London. Gracious, I certainly have a colorful bent for rhetoric, eh? Well, I digress a bit here. Well, Henry Hall stars in this case hysteria of a gentleman who is fond of sniffing posies until one posy takes a fancy to him. And when he sniffs, whiff, his sniff changes him to a wolf. Well, anyway, it adds up to over an hour of good, wholesome family entertainment. Rodney! I must call the dear chap because he's been looking forward to this one all week. Rodney! Oh! Oh, my badness gracious, Rodney. I didn't realize that you were artistically inclined. Oh, well, I say, bully for you. But now, be a good boy and put aside your equipment. For we have a talking picture that you've been looking forward to all week. Well, all right. Just go ahead and paint. But don't be so brusque about it. Isn't that just like an artist? Temperamental to the end. Well, we'll just ignore him. Here is the first act of Henry Hull starring in The Werewolf of London. Well, I think a little respite isn't all about now, don't you? I say, Rembrandt, have you finished your masterpiece yet? Well, let me see it. Oh, I'm sorry for my brusqueness, Rodney. I apologize. Such unashamed sentimentality. Such unabashed maternal adoration. Here, it's Rodney's mother. Look. Oh, Rodney, it is a charming likeness of the dear lady. Captures all those qualities that has endeared her to all the boys in the neighborhood. Yeah, she looks lovely. Are you going to give it to her for Mother's Day, Rodney? Oh, you are a lad of steely sturdiness. Yes. Rodney, you know, many of my acquaintances have remarked that in my face are planes that would inspire any artist to the zenith of creative genius. Don't you agree, Rodney? Well, what I mean is, don't those planes inspire you to something? Well, I mean paint my portrait, you idiot! Oh. Well, all right. Here's a bundle of enthusiasm. Well, Rodney, I will condescend to sit for you, since you're so insistent. Well, while I strike a heroic pose, you take a look at next week's scintillating offering. Oh, that does look like another in a long line of stingarees. Oh, you mean my portrait is completed so soon, dear boy? Well, show it to me gradually. I don't want my dazzling countenance to blind me with its radiant beauty. Oh, this is me? Well, there's a resemblance, but why so gross, Rodney? I mean, is this the real me, you know? Well, you don't seem to catch the classic structure of my nose or the finely chiseled edges of my brow. No. Oh, there is a resemblance, Rodney, of course, but... Well, thank you. Go play something else. Well, I really don't think he has as much talent as we thought he did. Well, keeps him occupied anyway. I don't know why he couldn't capture my rare quality. Well, let us return to the werewolf of London. Portrait. Just as I thought. Our hero always seems to meet his demise when we're having ourselves a ball. Oh, I see you, sly one. You finished another picture, I'll bet a pretty penny. Well, I hope it's better than that inadequate portrait you did of me. Let me see it. No! What horrible creature of perdition is that, Rodney? Don't you show it to me. A weird phantasm of your twisted mind, Rodney, that's what. I can't stand such monstrous characters. No, now don't you show it to me. Don't show me the products of your delirium. You're sick, Rodney. That's what's wrong with you. Now get out of here and take that abomination with you. Gracious. I must take that boy to our friendly neighborhood psychiatrist the first thing tomorrow. He's twisted. That's all. Just plain twisted. Well, that's what we overindulgent guardians get. You give today's youth a little freedom of expression, and they go hog wild. Oh, well, I shan't burden you with my problems. And don't forget, our little rendezvous next week at this same bewitched, bothered, and bewildered hour. Cast an appraising eye on the furnishings of the house of horror. Until then, good night. Good evening. Oh, those ever-present negative forces have with mysterious magnetism attracted us to this abstract dimension to once again observe with eager eye a pageantry of mystery, monstrosity, and murder. Oh, you sly dog. You thought I'd forgot about our proposed athletic encounter, eh? Now, serve me, bucko, because I've outfoxed you. Here, look! Restrain, Rodney, restrain. By the way, are you sure that you've never played golf before? Well, then, at the ready, dear lad, for the old pro is going to show the likes of you a dazzling trick or two. Yeah. Well, I do hope that you'll excuse it. You see, we have thrilled many times before to tonight's exciting feature, Horror Island. Besides, Rodney and I, living in the life of luxury as we do, are just a trifle soft and need a little exercise now and again. You see, we hold memberships in the restricted and elite Refuse Debris Country Club. Badness knows. We get to take advantage of it far too infrequently. Well, me hearty, it looks like a peach of a night for our Titanic journey, eh? Rodney, then, dear lad, fetch me my clubs so that I can oil them up, and then we shall cast off. Yes, and of course, you good fiends can come out to the Refuse Debris golf course between the acts if you wish. Now, away with you.
Come, me bucko. Me muscles are all a quiver. I can't even control myself, Rodney, with the anticipation of our impending contest. Hand me the club. Oh, Rodney. Oh, this is so grand to be out here at old Refuse Debris, don't you think? My. Rodney, listen. I'm going to keep score. Now, it's not that I don't trust you, but frankly, you cheat. Now, let's see what's for the first hole, eh, Rodney? Oh, yes. T1, 2 yards, par 2. Oh, this is one of those cunning holes, me boy. You know, misleading, kind of tricky. Now, perhaps I should have the first honors, so that upon the completion of my shot, I may observe your form. Oh, I don't mean your figure, you fool. I mean your approach to the ball. Now, hand me my number 10 wood. Now, I want you to notice, neophyte, the air of confidence I display as I address the spheroid. How do you do, spheroid? Now, stand back, Rodney. Now, wait. Please get back. I'm liable to hit you in the head. Now, with the grace of a blood-hungry bat, I swing. Up there, Rodney, soaring amidst the stars. Up me, bucko! Here she comes down. Ah! It lands on a shot, Rodney. Oh, my. Now I'll test your mettle, Rodney. I'm going to putt out. Par, Rodney, par! Oh, my gracious. Now, let's see you match that finesse. What are you doing down there, Rodney? You're going to blow it in the hole? Pish posh. You cocky callow, you. Well, go ahead if you want to make a fool out of yourself. Now, don't get so exhilarated, Rodney. It was beginner's luck, that's all. Beginner's luck. Now, let's see about this hole, Rodney. Oh, T2, 103.5 yards, par 23. Ah, now, Rodney, this is when real golfing prowess will come to the fore. Your honors, me lad. Drive away, drive away. Get a good club, Rodney. Be sure you get a good one there. Wait, Rodney. My dear boy, you can't drive anything with that. You've got the putter, and you grabbed it wrong to begin with. What? All right. You don't need to get mad about it. I'm just trying to be helpful. Rodney, you cheated. Well, I don't know how you cheated, but you did, because nobody can drive a ball 1,000 yards, especially with a putter. No, all right, but don't gloat about it. I can't stand gloaters or cheaters. Now, I'm sure you good people don't want to see the slaughter of this overly confident crook. So you can return to our cinema, because it states right here in the rules on the back of the scorecard, if the player lying most disadvantageously to the green, or as is lying a distance not equal to his opponent's, then he has the privilege of taking his shot first. There! Now, if that isn't lucid, nothing is. Oh! What? I have never seen such despicable behavior, Rodney. But go ahead, if you want to, flaunt the rules of good sportsmanship. But I notify you, sir, the PGA is going to hear this, and I also notify you, sir, I protest this tourney, sir, under protest. That's the way I'm going to finish it. No, pitch toss, Rodney. That sort of shot is merely a spur to my competitive spirit. Now, let me get my call. Stand back, me bucko, lest the hurricane wind from my mighty swing knocks you to the turf. What are you pointing at me for, you dullard? Go! Go on and laugh, clown, laugh. But you don't seem to realize, Rodney, I've just got a treasy. A treasy! A treasy! Are you sure you can't read, Rodney? Good. Well, then, it says right here, and I quote, if a player on his tee shot hits an obstruction such as a wall, a bird on the wing, or shrubbery of any species, it shall be termed a treasy. And because of his obvious skill, he will be awarded the hole. So now, me bucko, that will be your comeuppance. You had a hole-in-one, so I get a 0. Touché, mon capitaine. Well, now I'll just total our score and see who's the king of the fairway. 78. I had a 78 for the 9. That's a pretty formidable score, my lad. Now, let's turn yours. 32? I must have made a mistake. 32? How did you get 32, Rodney? Pish, posh, you cheated, Rodney. Oh. Well, I know I kept score, but it doesn't make any difference. I know you did. You had to. You cheated. No. Rodney, I thought you and I were fast amigos, but I see that friendship is a pretty cheap possession to you when a companionable game such as golf is at stake. Well, I wash my hands of the whole affair, null and void, and I'll not be a victim of your nefarious enterprises. Rodney, me bucko, here is a glen fit for the gambles of the gods. Oh, Rodney, now you're not looking for that mythical cesspool monster, are you? No stuff and nonsense, Rodney. Now let's halt our safari, pacey, as they say in the jungle movies, and make camp. And me bucko, gather a bit of firewood, and soon the crackle of a warm blaze will allay your superstitious fears. Oh, pause, Rodney! Now don't be a sniveling coward. Fall to your task with a spine of tempered steel. Hand me my tackle box, Rodney, dear boy, because I want to select a fly sure to tempt the most discriminating denizen of the deep. Did you say something, old chap? Huh. Well, I don't think that was one bit funny, Rodney. Don't you feign innocence with me, you rascal. That tree might have fallen on my cranium and frazzled my ravishing hairdo. Rodney, a camping trip is a place for men. It's not a playground for capricious pranksters. Well, that's better. Now get your casting rod prepared. Are you all set to test the mettle of our piscatorial adversaries, Rodney? Oh, you carefree cod. Then cast away, me hearty. This! Oh, falling apart. Badness gracious, you uninhibited youth. That is no way to cast. Well, I've never seen such a flagrant violation of the procedure of angling. It's shocking. Now, get over there and let me show you. You could never catch anything that way but my ear. Here, let the old pro show you. All right? Now, you nervous novice, I want you to behold, if you will, how my muscular hand grasps the handle confidently, but allowing a free and easy movement of the wrist. It's not tight like yours. And now, Rodney, with the soaring grace of a soaring swallow, I cast. There! Did you see how easily I did that, dear lad? And now I'll show you how to really catch something, Rodney. Oh, just remember, my boy, fishing is an art, and amateurs should never seem to get the knack of these things like we are. It's hard to come by. Now, don't tell me that's the monster. I don't believe in monsters, but it's the biggest perch I ever saw.
Well, Charlie, I do hope you're enjoying our little ghoulish gadabout. So, Rodney, try to control yourself. Well, I know you can't see him. Neither can I. But we know you're there, don't we, Charlie? Rodney, this has gone far enough. Now, you're making a spectacle out of yourself, and it's embarrassing me. Go out to the refrigerator and get that plate of candied June bugs that I prepared for our snack. Now, go on, Rodney. Gracious, Charlie. You know, that's the trouble with today's modern generation. They're all mixed up. But I must say, Charlie, I do wish you were a bit more apparent at times. It's like talking to myself. Oh, now, Charlie, don't you be offended. Now, you stay right where you are. I want you to see a little sneak preview of next week's little gem. Will you? Oh, that's being very big about the whole thing, Charlie. And now, here are the vital statistics on next week's Cutie. The Invisible Man, starring Claude Rains. You know, this is H.G. Wells' wonderful invention inspired by an acute over-acid condition that kept the old boy up all night. It was either right or birth, and being a man gently disposed, he chose the former. The result, a classic of horror, The Invisible Man. And remember, you saw it here first. Well, I knew that was going to please you, Charlie. I knew that all the time. You know, when one is a little unusual, it is a consolation to know that he's not alone in one's predicament. Eh, Charlie? Isn't that is correct? Oh, here comes that sturdy youth with the goodies. Now, while we munch, I suggest that you return to the mad goal. And now, at this time, a request of you. Dilate your pupils, alert your senses, hone your wits to needle sharpness. Here is the message from our sponsors. And so concludes another true life drama in the story of people just like the people who live next door to you. And if you agree with that last statement, you better move. Well, I know you'd never forget us if we hurried off without informing you again of those people responsible for our rambunctious rendezvous. And they are Tony King Hillside Store at 1613 South Hillside. Superior Appliance at 2936 East Douglas. The Electric Home at 1200 South Broadway. Hard Net Appliance at 205 North St. Francis. The Model Kitchen at 1551 South Emporia. Whoa. There we are. I knew you were there. Weaver Music Company at 454 North Market. Oh, dash it all, Charlie. Must you skitter away so? Oh, well, if you must, you must. But I must say we've certainly enjoyed seeing him again, haven't we, Rodney? Well, gracious, perhaps I should have said enjoyed being aware of you again. Eh, Rodney? Rodney, you're such a playful boy. You realize that, Charlie. Rodney, you stop just standing there and staring at Charlie now. Excuse him, Charlie. He is a curious sort, you know. Now, Rodney, control your boisterous nature. Now, stop it. Show Charlie to the door. The front door, Rodney. Charlie, it's been good seeing you. It certainly has. Do come back and you see us again, even though we can't see him. Bye, Charlie. They certainly are a lovable twosome. Uncommunicative, but lovable. You know, we're going to meet again next week in those hours of the night when formless shapes and abysmally colored creatures screech in tormented voices and creep and crawl abroad in the inky blackness. Yes, we shall meet then to see Claude Rains in H.G. Wells' classic, The Invisible Man. Until then, good night. Good evening. What a fortunate thing. You have such an insatiable appetite for the tales of the netherworld and those undefined shadow creatures that are its population. I must confess, yours is a happy lot. For tonight, we have a real ginger peachy tale for you. The Mad Ghoul. Another subtle little comedy of the undead. Oh, it simply bristles with situations guaranteed to send chills dancing up your spine like giddy tarantulas. Yes, it's a story of a young scientist who goofs. He inhales a gaseous vapor which changes him into a ghoul. From there on, it's, speaking in the vernacular, a real gasser. Rodney! Rodney! Oh, gracious me, Rodney. I forgot you were filling in since we broke that table last week. Oh, yeah. You did make a deceptive and rather attractive appointment, though. You were acting in a French provincial mahogany style, is that right? Oh, it's capital, Rodney. That accounts for your highly polished performance. Well, you stand there like a good boy, understand? And I'll enlighten our viewers as to the identity of those cats responsible for filling the viewers' retinas with our gambles every week. All right. They are Tony King's Hillside store at 1613 South Hillside. Superior Appliance at 2936 East Douglas. The Electric Home at 1200 South Broadway. Hard Net Appliance at 205 North St. Francis. The Model Kitchen at 1551 South Emporia. And Weaver Music Company, 454 North Market. There. And now, Rodney, stop it. I don't want to play any games. And, oh, why, it's Cousin Charlie. You old sly one. You didn't let me know you were going to drop by. Oh, do come in and take off your legs, Charlie. You know my cousin Charlie. He comes from Waxahachie. Charlie, it's so good to see you. See you again. Please take off your things, won't you? That's a good boy. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness, you are bundled up tonight, I must say, Charlie. Charlie's invisible, you know. No, it's a tragic story. You see, as a youth, he had such a low opinion of himself, thought he was next to nothing, until one day he was nothing. Charles, I think we have something you're going to enjoy tonight. It's a wonderful talking picture. It's called The Mad Ghoul. Isn't that grand? Oh, yes. Rodney, get Cousin Charlie some hot buttered popcorn, won't you? Rodney, do as I say now. Go on. Oh, I tell you, he's such an impetuous youth, Charlie. I think better we should get to the first act of George Zuko and David Bruce in The Mad Ghoul. Oh, let's take a little breather here, shall we? Rodney? Rodney! Where is that boy? Oh, there you are. Now look, Rodney, I don't mind when you wash yourself in the new RCA Whirlpool washer, but that is no way to dry yourself off. Besides, this new RCA Whirlpool Imperial dryer was meant to give the housewife the best, fluffiest drying her clothes could get. In fact, this magnificent new dryer has 6 different drying temperatures, and that covers just about every kind of fabric that's made. It's wrinkle-free drying for all fabrics, and ensures, oh, how I hate this word, sunshine freshness with the new ultraviolet germicidal, I love that word, germicidal lamp. And I'd like to tell you, you can get this in either gas or electric for as little as $2.25 a week, and that includes the germicidals. But hear this, when you visit my old friends, Tony Murillo, at the Hillside store, or rather the Electric Home, at 1200 South Broadway. I almost moved Tony, didn't I? And Tony King at the Hillside store. 2 Tonys are too much in one Hillside store. At 1613 South Hillside, that's where Tony King is. Tony Murillo, go back to the Electric Home. Vic Hammond at Superior Appliance in the Hill Electric at 2936. Or Bob Tong at Hognet Appliance. You get the best trade-in you can, and I mean they're trading long these days. And just mention the word nightmare, and you automatically get an additional $25 off. And that goes for any RCA Whirlpool appliance costing $100 or more. But it's good only for Monday from 1 to 9. So get the best deal you can. And then mention the word nightmare. And you get an extra $25 off. Now, no one has ever had a deal like this. See one of our 4 friends Monday between 1 and 9 for the Whirlpool deal of a lifetime. And now, back to Dracula. Well, I strongly suggest a little breather here. We'd like to show you something. We'd like to show you the brand new RCA Whirlpool washer. Bring on your favorite subject, Rodney. No, Rodney. This is the commercial. Show the folks the new RCA Whirlpool washer. Not one of your hobbies. He's such a frivolous sort, you know. Well, he so enjoys his new hobby, though. But really, if work on wash day is your hobby, then don't let us keep you from enjoying yourself. But if you'd like to have more time with your family and still have the cleanest clothes in town, then you'll excuse the expression, but why not cash in on this low introductory offer? Why not let Tony Murillo at the Electric Home, or Tony King at Hillside Appliance, or Vic Hammond at Superior Appliance, or Bob Tong at Hognet Appliance show you the amazing 1958 RCA Whirlpool Imperial washer with the full-time built-in lint filter. Show them, Rodney. That's a good boy. Show it to the people. The folks want to see the lint filter that takes all the lint from the wash. And you know, there are 5 wash temperatures and 3 rinse temperatures, plus 2-speed, 2-cycle washing action. Yes, it's the finest at the cost of ordinary washing equipment, and it's just $289.95 exchange. And let me tell you something extra special. For Monday only, repeated by popular demand, for Monday only, between the hours of 1 and 9, at any one of our 4 RCA Whirlpool friends, after you've gotten the bottom price with your trade-in on any RCA Whirlpool appliance costing $100 or more, just mention the word nightmare, and you automatically get another $25 off. That's right. Just mention the word nightmare after you've gotten the best trade-in deal, and you get another $25 off. Now, no one has ever offered a deal like this. You make your best deal, and then off the bottom, you get an additional $25 off. Now, here's where to go. Get this great deal. Tony King Hillside Store at 1613 South Hillside. Superior Appliance in the Hill Electric Building at 2936 East Douglas. The Electric Home at 1200 South Broadway. Hardnet Appliance at 205 North St. Francis. And here's where you go to see the RCA Victor television sets. The Model Kitchen at 1551 South Emporia. And Weaver Music Company at 454 North Market. And now, let's return to the next act of Dracula. And so we conclude the chronicle of our cavorting, cadaverous count. But as you know, any poor chap is bound to fail in the sort of business that always, so to speak, operates in the red. But he might have averted disaster if he hadn't had his heart at stake, or vice versa. Well, running the risk of seeming repetitiously repetitious, let us enlighten you as to the firms that kicked in to lend financial support to our midnight meanderings through the black morass of the macabre. Goodness knows I do turn a pretty face. A bit gaudy, perhaps, but pretty. What was I talking about? Oh, yes, our sponsors. Here they are. Tony King Hillside Store at 1613 South Hillside. Superior Appliance at 2936 East Douglas. The Electric Home at 1200 South Broadway. Hardnet Appliance at 205 North St. Francis. The Model Kitchen at 1551 South Emporia. And Weaver Music Company at 454 North Market. There. Rodney, come here. Why don't you get Miss Mansfield out of the refrigerator and introduce her to Fred? Rodney, say good night, you rude lad, you. All right, Rodney, go on. That's a fine fellow. I'll bet I noticed you looking at something throughout the whole evening, haven't I, huh? Curious, aren't you? That, well, I don't blame you. You see, this is a little game that Rodney and I purchased yesterday. And oh, it is a barrel, as much fun as a barrel of cobras. Oh, now, don't pout so. I wouldn't be a very good host if I didn't let you play with it, would I? The idea is to put your head through the window, and then's when the fun really begins. Now, come in a little closer. That's it. Closer. Right through here. A little closer. Yes, yes. Closer. No! Good evening. I knew some strange affinity, some extraordinary force would bring us together tonight. Like two moisture-laden mushrooms adrift in a scalding sea of brown beef gravy. You have to excuse those sounds of riotous good humor. You see, Rodney has invited a few new acquaintances into the laboratory for a hobby party. His hobby. Now tonight, we have a story so fraught with sentiment and nostalgia that the mere thought of the ultimate outcome brings a tear of compassion to my eye. It's Dracula. Dracula. The story of a stiff who persists in becoming limber whenever the shades of night descend. Oh, he's really a fun-loving fellow, though. A little misdirected in his humor. You see, every time he waxes jocular, somehow the punchline always comes out jugular. Gracious knows, I don't mind a little good fellowship now and then, but this party is getting out of hand. Rodney! Rodney! Come down here, you vociferous lad! Rodney! Rodney, are you hiding something from me? Now don't you fib to me. You've got something hidden under your coat. Let me see it, Rodney. Rodney, you did this to Miss Mansfield? Rodney, I'm afraid you're going to have to exercise a little more discretion. Your new acquaintances aren't going to understand your effervescent sense of humor. I must admit, though, Rodney, you certainly did a remarkably proficient job of cranial reduction. Here, take Miss Mansfield, your guest. and put her in the refrigerator. Women spoil easily, you know, Rodney. My goodness, he's such a playful boy. Well, now before our journey into the hinterlands of reality, let us have an exposition of the names of those individuals who shell out the green for our safari, shall we? And here they are. Tony King's Hillside Store at 1613 South Hillside. Superior Appliance at 2936 East Douglas. The Electric Home at 1200 South Broadway. Hard Net Appliance at 205 North St. Francis. The Model Kitchen at 1551 South Emporia. And Weaver Music Company, 454 North Market. And now, mundane affairs disposed of, let us attempt to relax and acquaint ourselves with Bela Lugosi as